Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Washed Athlete Podcast. This is episode 23, and I have not prepared a proper thing that our podcast can do at this age. So if someone wants to look one up real quick and tell us what our podcast can do at the ripe new age of 23, that would be appreciated, but we'll have that in a second. Before we start off on today's episode, we would like to wish everyone a happy July 4th. That just concluded, so we'll talk about a little bit about what we did for July 4th. And then also, our last episode, we just wanted to take a minute and reflect on that. It was really well taken by a lot of people who listened to it. So thank you for everyone who commented or just wrote in and was just saying positive things. As we kind of stated in that episode, we don't plan to become a political podcast by any means, but we definitely want to talk about issues that we think are a problem. So as issues do arise in this country over the next couple of years or however long we record this podcast for, we will definitely be bringing it up, but we are not turning into a full-time every week talking about politics podcast. So if you're not into that, don't worry about it. We'll also be talking about in the descriptions and stuff when we talk about politics. So if it's not your thing, don't listen, but come for the other episodes. And if you are listening to this and haven't watched the last episode, go listen to it. I think it's an important conversation to have. And I think we did a well job reflecting on it. Also, if you watched the last episode, just a quick note, we had a lot of issues with technology. We are working to improve that. Just sometimes with the way our setup is, just college kids on a college budget, we have issues arise, and we've got weird schooled Wi-Fi's and whatnot. So we're working on that. Hopefully it won't be an issue. So boys, July 4th just happened. Andres, we are chilling in Pittsburgh. So we hung out for July 4th. But Raj, you are back home. So what were you up to for 4th of July?
Woo-wee. First, I was with family for a little bit, a little Indian barbecue and whatnot. And then after that, I ended up going to Long Branch with my girlfriend. And then, we were just chilling at the beach. There was a fireworks display and everything. And then I bought these. I'm going to mute myself.
And what are those for our non-video listeners?
So these are $5 lightsabers I bought from the shore. Well, I say it was kind of a waste of money. Yeah, but at the same time, they also do this. Woo. Darth Maul?
If you're watching if you're not watching on YouTube and you're listening to it, he just has dual lightsabers that he just connected. Very cool, Raj. I'm sure that was your nice little kid moment of the weekend.
Yay!
I'm sure your girlfriend was so proud.
Oh, 100%. I almost got yelled at.
So what is at a Hindu barbecue?
It's a normal barbecue just with Indian food.
Okay. Wait. So what is served?
Yeah, what kind of foods are we talking?
So, depending on, where you're from in India, certain foods, it depends. Because usually, we've got the typical, hot dogs or, chicken, but let the chicken served with, what's the word, tandoori seasoning and stuff like that. Then there's, some Indian, actual dinner dishes that, people make the night before and bring and just serve. And, there's always, watermelon and all that stuff, too.
Of course, we got watermelon.
Exactly.
Actually, I don't think I've had watermelon this summer yet.
Really?
Now I'm thinking about it. I'm it's because my mom would buy it at home and it would just be in the fridge or she'd chop it up and whatnot. But I'm not getting a watermelon, lugging it onto a public bus, bringing it back here so that I can cut it up and not eat it because I'm at work all day. So.
Do you want me to get a watermelon when I come back?
Why not? There's a lot of things we need. We do need a dinner table still.
Yes, we do.
It's so funny because when you guys moved into the place, I was like, oh wow, you guys don't have a dinner table. That's so funny. And you guys were like, yeah, we're going to get one soon. Don't worry about it. We're just going to use this fold-up table we have for now. It'll be fine. And then 2 months later, there's still no dinner table.
Nope, still no dinner table.
But it gets the job done.
It's hard being a homeowner, okay? Or
Yeah.
leasing.
I would say it's only second on the priority list. One has to be the coffee maker.
That's all bud.
The coffee maker feels like a lock.
No.
The coffee maker's a lock just when I show up to the house. There's been twice now I've shown up to your guys' house and been like, do you guys have coffee?
That can be number one on your and Andres' priority list. Number one on my list is still a table. I
Hop
don't
in the
care.
coffee wave.
That's
care about a coffee maker.
it's valid. Okay.
Just go on Amazon and order one. If it's sold and shipped by Amazon, you can bum my discount that I still use, even though I should really quit Amazon while I'm at it.
Mid podcast, you're announcing that you're leaving Amazon.
Technically, I haven't gone to work in over 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
So, Amazon, if you're listening, please don't fire me. I love reaping your benefits.
I was gonna say, Raj, you not being home this weekend was a pain. You and Jacob not being home was a terrible thing for my managing my life. I had to walk 30 minutes to get to your guys' house on Saturday, no, Monday.
Monday.
Yeah, Monday. I had to work 30 minutes each way. I was like, this is the plebeian lifestyle.
Were there I doubt there's a bus or anything that could even take
So
you.
there is a bus that goes pretty much right by your house. Like it would be like a 2-minute walk when I get off of it, but it only comes once every hour. So if you do the math, like if I choose to leave whenever I want, it's going to be a 30-minute walk. But otherwise, I might have to pick when I wanted to leave. So Andres just texted me when I should show up, so that it was like at that point I was like, okay, either I wait the next hour for the bus, and then I still have to go on the bus, hope it shows up on time, and go on it and wait on the bus for the ride. So I would wait an hour, take the 20-minute bus ride over, just to save myself some steps, or I can go to Dunkin' on the way, get coffee, and continue my walk to get to the house. So that's what we did.
Actually, a 30-minute walk.
Yeah, it might be more like 25 or 26 or something, but it's pretty far.
Really?
Yeah, 'cause think about it, you're in the complete other side of Oakland.
Were the walks from FC to Parkview that long too? It felt a lot faster.
Those walks are probably 20 minutes, honestly.
Oh, ugh.
Yeah, they're pretty hefty, but
Yikes.
Not the end of the world, but it was just funny. And then Andres, Peter, and I are going to see the new Thor movie tomorrow. When if for our listeners listening, that means you guys are seeing this on Friday, so we would have already seen it, and we might already have a review up if we're being honest. We'll have to see.
About that, some things came up, and I'm now seeing it on Saturday. I lost my opening day tickets. Oh well.
That's a big rip
on it for you.
Yeah, some family stuff. Oh well.
Justin never loses his opening day tickets.
I had middle of the theater seats, but it wasn't an AMC. It was like a Regal Theater, same thing, whatever.
Yeah.
Middle, perfect seats and everything. And then some family stuff came up where people are coming over to my house, and I'm like,
hate to see it.
I had hurt to cancel them.
Mm-hmm.
It's alright. I'll text you right as I'm done watching it. Everything you need to know. After
I'm sure Thor's gonna die. We'll just tell you when he dies.
Yeah.
Andres,
you watched it.
Andres, I hope you know we share a wall. Watch your back. My closet goes into your room. I'm gonna make a hole in there and put some. Never mind.
So yeah, Andres, Peter, and I are living the plebeian lifestyle tomorrow, taking the bus to the theater.
It didn't even click in my. Oh my god.
Yeah. This is what happens when Jacob and you are gone.
For 2 on car owners out here.
Yeah.
When I found out, when I left, I was like, you know what? They'll be okay. Jacob still's there. Then Jacob goes,
Nope.
no, I'm going home. And I'm like, oh.
Yep.
You know, if in all honesty, you guys should have said Jacob will drop you off at the airport, and if you let us use your car.
I could have only been Peter or Justin because Jacob's already gone when I got back.
Well, if Peter did
yeah.
use it, he could have left the car in our driveway.
Yeah, it would have worked. It would have worked. Yeah, but it wasn't that big a deal. It's funny, especially because we didn't have our freshman year normal because of COVID. A lot of these things, we never really had to use the bus to go places as a group because we just really weren't going anywhere as a group. So small things like movie theaters and whatnot, and they weren't even having movies because of COVID. So
yeah.
Are you going to AMC or Squirrel Hill?
Squirrel Hill.
That's Squirrel Hill.
Because going to the AMC on a bus is way more brutal. So
it's more of a trip.
It's not worth. Yeah. I like going to the
same bus that it goes through both actually.
Squirrel Hill and Waterfront, yeah, same.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Yep. Yeah,
but yeah,
so
so much extra. I mean, worst case scenario when you go to Squirrel Hill, you might have to walk back 30 to 40 minutes, absolutely worst case. But you can't walk back from waterfront.
No.
So
Well, I mean, Ken, we did see those couple people doing that the other day, Andres. Or were you with me? Or it might have been Peter.
No, I think I was, but like that's a hike, dude.
Yeah, because
yeah,
we saw them. They're wearing pink shirts and they're walking, and we're like, are they walking back to campus?
I mean, it's not like it would be a bad walk, especially at night, and it's cool, but it's way too long of a walk. So this theater's worth it. We're gonna have hopefully a good time. We were just in theaters the other day, Peter, Jacob, and I, seeing the new Lightyear movie.
Oh, I saw the Minions movie.
You did? Did you show up in a suit?
Fortunately, I was thinking about it, then I got shot down heavily.
Was the SO not happy with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I quote, "You're gonna look like an idiot."
It's sad because I haven't I had an opportunity to go see the movie, and I probably honestly won't see it at this point. But I feel like
It's not worth it.
but I love going to the movie theater to go opening night for everything. If there's one thing I'm good at life, in life, it is getting opening day movie tickets in the perfect seats. Like I know instantly when they drop, all the time. So everyone showing up to the Rise of Gru movie in suits is totally up my alley. Something I would do, and I'm seeing this trend going on, and I'm jealous. I want to take part in this trend.
Dude, TikTok has single-handedly is gonna make that movie the highest-grossing movie of the year.
Mm-hmm. It's awesome.
That's hilarious.
It's already number 7 on the. And I checked this like maybe 4 days ago. It was number
Mhm.
7 on the list of
That's
top
funny.
movies in 2022.
That's
it's
so
been
funny.
out for a week.
I love it. I'm absolutely stoked. I saw the trend happening. I was like, that's just great. I was like, I love it. I love everything about this trend.
The movie itself was like, I get it's a kids movie, it would appeal more to children, but at the same time, I was like, eh.
Mm-hmm. For everyone who's listening who hasn't gone and seen Lightyear, I would highly recommend you go watch it. We're not gonna spoil anything. I mean, I don't think Andres or Raj have seen it, but it's a fun film. If you grew up watching Toy Story, I think it's a little bit of a fun blast of the past. You kind of get to see a little bit of Buzz Lightyear's origin story per se. So it was entertaining. Socks is the GOAT. There's gonna be so much merchandise about this cat. So that's hype to see. But yeah, Andres, we had an interesting July 4th. Good times. It was our first July 4th not home, which is weird to say. And you were hosting a party.
Yeah, it was. I guess my new home technically. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a little over 10, 15 people over. Pretty fun time. We made a kind of makeshift slip and slide with trash
Redneck
bags
slip
and
and
duct tape.
slide.
A redneck slip and slide, yeah.
It was great.
Andres, before you go on, I get that I wasn't there and Jacob wasn't there with a car, but Target was not that far with a bus ride. Or CVS, did they not sell water slides at Target or something?
No.
No.
You don't get the point.
That was a possibility always. We could have done that, but the whole purpose is that we wanted to make it with trash bags.
For our video listeners, this is a picture of what was going on this weekend.
When I saw the video of Peter going on that, I'm like, no way. One, I'm props to you guys for pulling that off. Two, I'm just like, all that effort. Honestly, I would have just gotten so bored. I would have just went to Target and bought a backup just in case.
No, I don't think you understand.
Didn't take much effort at all.
That wasn't the point.
Really?
The point was that it was supposed to be redneck.
I get it.
That was the whole point.
No, it worked. It worked. Those I don't even know. They might be Glad brand, whatever. Those white lemon scented trash bags.
The lemon scented white trash bags were slick.
Wait,
and on top of that, lathered it up with obviously hose water and then dish soap. That thing had you.
Wait.
Yeah,
were
go
those
ahead.
trash bags the ones from our house?
Yeah.
Some of them were, yeah.
Yeah. No, most of them were.
Add that onto the shopping list.
It was a good cause. It was a good cause.
Well, because Peter's girlfriend had gotten trash bags from someplace, and then there wasn't that many of them, and then Peter had just brought out the trash bags from your guys' house, and then they worked perfectly because they were super well aligned and they were super slick. But everyone at home who may be interested in making a redneck slip and slide, pre-soaping your body with dish soap is the move.
Oh, absolutely.
A nice lather up on the chest or the back, whichever way you want to go down, is a game changer to how slick you go down that slide.
Yeah, we had a line of people and just lathering up on their chest, or me You could do the bottom of your feet, so you could
Bottom of your
try to
feet.
surf and then just fall. But you could also do the on the knees and shins, so you could do the knee slide. Fun time. No injuries, of course. People did have some cuts on them, but no injuries. So
I woke up a little sore. Like I could tell
I
I was
woke up
banged.
sore as well.
I woke up and I was like, I was pretty much like guaranteed going to the gym, and then I had woken up and I was like, I'll pack gym clothes when I come back from work, but I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna get to it. I'm like very sore. I ended up going and like mustering it, but I was like guaranteed going to the gym the day before the slip and slide, and then I was like, ooh, I don't know, like this did a little bit of a number on me.
It was totally worth it, though.
Totally worth it.
It
Yeah,
took like 15, 20 minutes max to just make the thing, and then it worked. It was a hit. Everyone enjoyed it.
we're definitely gonna have to bring it back sometime. Like
Oh, for
make
sure.
it more epic. Like it was
Oh,
very.
We'll have a barbecue too.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, like this could get better.
Yeah.
We were debating at one point, Raj, taking your dresser from your room and making a ramp,
Which dresser?
whichever one we could take down. Well, 'cause I was a resident in your room. I put my
You mean my
backpack there.
the big dresser that weighs like 100 pounds that I needed?
Listen,
two
anything
people
for
to
the
move.
anything for the ramp.
Anything for the ramp.
So
There's furniture
Hi-
in the basement we could have used.
highly recommend. Yeah, strictly Raj's stuff.
Dude, it's like I see my bed frame just outside. And I'm like,
Well, the mattress would have been great. It would have made a perfect slide.
yeah, I bet.
No, it was first time hosting at our new place. It was good time. Justin, you had a good time, right?
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah.
I think it's weird. It's weird to be like, oh, you're hosting like July 4th now. Like
Yeah,
it's weird.
that is
It's weird to
always
hear
weird.
that.
Just wait till the chaotic one's back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, no, with Raj back too, because that was technically my first time, pretty much hosting something in college.
Mhm.
Raj can't really say the same because freshman year, his room was literally like the spot.
Yeah, Raj hosted everything freshman year,
Every day. People would be over his room every day. 'cause
and
it was during the
no
Zoom
one
U
knows
days.
why. It was just because Raj was awake. Like there was nothing like it wasn't like Raj's room was like particularly like special.
It was just because I was always awake.
He had the bed /couch setup.
I also did have the biggest room on the floor.
You did have the biggest room.
What?
So
Yeah.
we did the measurements. 801 is bigger than every other room.
Interesting.
Because I go to Zane's room. I'm like, hey Zane, I just want to measure something real quick, and I like just use my arms to measure the length from the little two side walls for the
Mhm.
closet, and then I just held it and went back to my room, and mine were longer, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Interesting.
So yeah, there are multiple reasons. So hosting in college really isn't something new for Raj, but it was something a little new for me and Peter. But it went well.
those things
More
fun.
parties to come in the future. The worst
For
part about it all was I got my shoulders are so sunburned.
Yeah,
It's
mine are
so
mine are
bad.
a little pink. I got more tan though, luckily.
I came home and my roommate looked at me and was like, "Justin, you're so sunburnt." And I was like, well, he asked me if I had looked at myself in the mirror, and I was like, "Not really. Like, I just got back. I know I'm a little sunburned." He's like, "Dude, you're fried. Like, you can see right now my face is like red here."
Yeah.
But my shoulders are like I don't even know like if I can show on the pod. It's just like feel
No, I
video,
see it.
like
I
you see
can
a
see
little
it.
bit, but
Yeah.
it is. It's
All
Raj.
that for a drop of melanin.
But
Yeah, tan more than burnt.
it was I didn't because we were under the porch for a decent portion of the time, so I kind of was just like didn't think about it, and especially when we were like going on the slip and slide with the water and the dish soap all over, I just like never felt like I was burning, and then just to get home and like I was trying to squat today, and the bar going on my back was excruciating. Like
Yeah.
not only does it just hurt because of like the neck, like the bones and stuff, 'cause I don't squat a ton, but like just like with the sunrise, like oh, it just hurt
Yeah.
so bad. It was not the move, but
Wait, speaking of the porch, are the lights still working on this, or did it kind of mess all that up? Or well, whoever was renovating.
So some of the lights, like the ones that wrap around the fairy type lights, are fine, but me and Peter did have to cut the LED lights because halfway through, like the side that faced the grass, it was just a dead spot. Like after the renovations, like half of it was just not turning on, so we cut off the hot tub. Yeah, so we're
It's
probably
fine.
gonna have to redo that.
It's fine.
But
We'll
yeah.
just order a new one. It's fine. Oh man, damn! Because it looks so nice, and then we find out the next day, hey, we're renovating your house, and we're like, oh well, that's fine.
Yeah. So no, party was good. Celebrated 4th of July. Slip and slide was a success. We had impromptu kiddie pool being ordered mid party. That was good time.
Who?
Someone over was at our place. Ordered I think it was Instacart, something like
Yeah,
that.
Instacarted a kiddie pool.
A kiddie pool. So there's a kiddie pool, and now we have a kiddie pool at our place as well.
Your water bill might be really high this month.
Yeah, it might be a little higher.
We haven't gotten a water bill in 2 months. It's gonna be high no matter what.
We used a lot of water.
Oh well.
Yeah, Andres and I are really bad at the water balloon toss. I mean, granted, we were far apart, but man, yeah, it was not good.
It was resistance.
You hit like 4 off the side of the house. Like it didn't even get to me. Like it was just not even straight.
Oh!
Yeah.
We need to get cornhole.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there was spike ball was there, but we didn't play. Your yard's not long enough for spike ball. Like
it's not. We don't have the best spike ball venue. We don't.
Yeah.
We do have a good cornhole, and we could low-key do can jam if you think about it, right? Do we have enough space?
With the driveway length,
yeah. So no, good times. Parties will get better in the future, so that's exciting. And you guys should be getting a grill soon, right?
Yeah, literally Sunday when I'm back, the thing's gonna be in my trunk.
Let's go. Slip and slides, grills, cornhole, cam jam. It's really coming together.
And Raj with fireworks because he does not have any empathy for human life.
Fireworks are illegal in PA, right?
No. In fact, it's in Jersey. They used to be illegal in Jersey, but then they allowed like sparklers and stuff like that, like the ones that only spark, nothing that goes in the air. PA has been completely legal. Everything goes in PA.
Yeah, I know New Jersey's New Jersey's very like strict. So
Justin, if you look under the floral couch in our house, you'll find my emergency fireworks.
I know where your emergency fireworks are. It was one of the first things I saw when I came to your house.
I have 4 aerial rockets under the couch, and then
I think we threatened to use them against Jacob one time.
Yeah, probably.
What's most exciting though about everyone coming back? Well, I'm leaving for vacation, then I'm coming back. Is we get to finally binge all of Cobra Kai season 2 in one night. It's gonna be great.
Great.
It's been a while since we did it.
Suddenly, I picked up a night shift at UPMC for the next 3 weeks. Oh no!
Gonna be great, Raj. We need you there because Peter won't join us.
I know.
But after the party, Andres went down to fireworks at at the Water Point State Park in Pittsburgh, which is it's a cool venue to see fireworks from, just because it's like one of the most iconic parts of like downtown area of Pittsburgh. But fireworks got me thinking, and this is going to be a segment today. I personally think fireworks are really, really overrated. Like sometimes the vibes of fireworks are good. Like, you know, you camp out, like you have like a picnic, like play some yard games while you wait for fireworks. That can be kind of good, but like fireworks themselves, extremely overrated. So what are all of our thoughts on fireworks here?
I think fireworks are perfectly rated. That's my opinion.
Big explosion, cool colors. No,
underrated.
For real. No, fireworks. I wouldn't say they're overrated. I would say think about it like a symphony in music. Like you need that finishing touch to like a song to like, you know, kind of wrap everything together. That's how I see fireworks at the end of like a 4th of July picnic and everything like that as being.
Gosh, that was really poetic.
I know. Reformation.
I'm proud of you. This is the second time I'm proud of you this week.
I know, it's rare.
But no, so this is gonna spiral into the segment we're doing. It's gonna be overrated, underrated, or properly rated. I have a list of a few things that we're gonna discuss if they are overrated, underrated, or properly rated. Let us know in the comment section below what you think about some of these things. And Raj, yes, you got your hand raised.
Yes, I got the first one. Over, under, or properly Justin Curtis.
Obviously underrated. I'm not valued enough.
Yeah, I would say underrated, honestly.
I'll give him a nice underrated. He's
Thanks,
kind of
buddy.
he's kind of nearing just perfect because of all the little shots. I appreciate getting a text. I appreciate getting a text saying Justin thinks you're tiny or small or whatever.
So I was talking to my girlfriend, and we were talking about the proper term for like little people, because like the term midget used to be around, but that's like become an offensive word, and like dwarf and whatnot. And then we were talking about it, and I was like, "Oh, Raj is like a little person, like he's very small." So that's how that spawned in. Andres, I didn't realize until I was standing next to you the other day that you are significantly taller than Raj. I think I thought you guys used to be more comparable in size, but like I think you've got some decent height over Raj at this point.
All I'm gonna say is I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah, I was standing next to you on Monday, and I was like, actually, like I think you definitely got some size on Raj. Sorry, Raj. You'll get there someday. You'll grow. But
I mean,
so
I've known Raj since I was like 3-4 years old. Pretty much we've always been like always kind of neck and neck, but I've always been slightly taller. But I do think when I moved, when we weren't like in school yet, he might have surpassed me at one point. But all the time, yeah, he definitely surpassed
gone for a
me at
minute,
one
but you're
point.
back now.
Yeah, whenever we go to the same school, I'm always taller.
Yeah, Andres transfer.
Raj, you might need to transfer. So this is a great
24.
This wasn't even on the list, right? But height overrated, underrated, or properly rated?
Overrated. I'm not biased at all, but overrated. I think like, because here's the thing. Even if we're talking basketball, there's a certain player known as Spud Webb. Man got up. He got up. So
Man also isn't in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. So listen, it's overrated. You have the greatest soccer players ever. Messi, 5'6". Maradona, I think he was 5'4". Pelé is also like 5'8", I think. So some of the greatest names in soccer. Pretty short guys. So look, also, we're talking rappers. Kendrick Lamar, 5'6". So we have all these
Uzi.
like
You just have a list of all these short kings out here so you can compare yourself to them.
Yeah.
Maybe. No, but that's the thing. Like, you have some of the goats in these respective fields, and they're short, So, like, of course, height can give you an advantage. Like, being taller gives you an advantage, like in basketball, for example, reaching off the tall shelf. But reaching off the low shelf, being shorter is an advantage. So
Not really, though. Like,
But-
if you're tall,
yeah,
you
but-
can still squat down. Like,
yeah, but it's less effort to be shorter. But no, I think that height is overrated.
In this situation, given my bias on all this, I shall dissent.
yeah. I think height is properly rated collectively. I think the girl side of things kind of tend to overrate height a little bit, and then I think the guys tend to kind of underrate height a little bit. So then I think it kind of like evens out, Like, if you're talking to girls, they care a lot more about height than like they really should. But then like if you're a short guy, then you're obviously like, height's not that big of a deal. But yeah, but I'm also like exactly average height, so
It must be nice.
It must be nice. I'm trying to be like you.
I'm trying to get like you, my boy.
No, I think honestly that's a fair take. I think that's probably the best take. Yeah.
All right, so now we're going to move into the actual list of overrated, underrated, or properly rated. So the first one on the list, pizza.
Now we talking like Northeast?
Depends.
Are we talking about Jersey, New York?
We're
depends.
talking
like-
pizza as a collective, as a category of food.
Perfectly rated. Just
think
because you got to
it's
average it out.
perfect
You have to average
weight.
it out.
Yeah, okay. I was thinking that too. I think I would have said that pizza was overrated 3-ish years ago or so. Like when I was having it, it was more like I was having it more just at like parties and like for school functions. And I was kind of like, oh, I'm getting a little like sick of pizza. But I think in my older age now, I don't eat pizza as much, so I appreciate it more when I have pizza. like, especially lactose intolerance too. Like I rarely have pizza anymore. So besides our Domino's trip, so I think pizza is perfectly rated.
You know,
Anyone else?
I think lactose intolerance is overrated.
Listen, man.
Just grow up. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
come on.
Like,
my favorite thing about lactose intolerance is when people like seriously are like, oh, you can just drink milk and you'll eventually adapt. It's like doesn't work like that.
We're just gonna microdose you with dairy.
Yeah.
just grow up. Like, come
Yeah,
on.
just grow up. Like,
Just grow
Dude,
up.
it's just a phase. Just
don't get gas. Like, if you probably didn't drink enough milk as a kid, and that's why you're like, it's like that's not how it works.
just digest it. It's not that hard.
Mm-hmm. All right. Second, did anyone have any other thoughts on pizza?
No, man. You gotta just average it out. Like,
Yeah.
Pizza, like, it's
Yeah.
fine.
Second category, love. Love as a whole. Overrated, underrated, or perfectly rated.
Damn, Justin, just we have from 0 to 100 real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to compare because like teenage love is very different from like familial love, but
Mhm.
you're saying love as a whole. So, wow. Oof.
High school me would have said overrated, but me now would say it's just perfectly balanced.
It's so hard because love can both be what like keeps like you together as a person, but also could be like your undoing at times.
Mhm. That's
Like-
why it's two sides of a coin. I just think
Yeah.
it's just perfectly balanced like
Like,
that.
I think like family love is underrated. Like I think
I
that-
100% agree.
Yes.
100% agree.
I think that it's underrated. Like you don't really you take a lot of things for granted, like just food on the table, all of that stuff. Then you have like your kind of high school, college relationships, a little bit overrated. I mean, I haven't really, I'm not as involved as you two, of course, but that's my saying.
What you mean by
But
that?
I think.
Anders, you haven't been dating a girl for the last 3 years.
Yeah, sorry. I have not been in a 3+ year relationship like you two. But I would say family love, like that, because that I can actually attest to. That is completely underrated.
Yeah, I agree. Family love's underrated. I think I'm gonna say
Mhm.
love as a whole is underrated, just because I think when people aren't in love, they really like to hate on love, and then when people are in love, they don't talk too highly of it. So I think collectively it's underrated because I think when people don't have love, they talk bad about it more. Like when people are single, it's like like you don't need someone else, like just be by yourself and then whatnot. So I'm gonna say it's underrated.
No, actually, no, that's spot on. Because honestly, like, no, even if you are single, and you can still love somebody, and like you just do things for like if you love someone, like you get a friend like some food, you like buy your friend something, like no, love completely as a whole is underrated because you also have friendly love. Like Justin, I'll never forget, when I got my COVID vaccine, it's kind of going through it, and you got
You
me
were
breakfast
down
that one
bad.
time. Yeah, I could not get out of bed. I was like just down bad, and you got me breakfast that day. I'll never forget that. And yeah, love is underrated. It's underrated.
Raj, what are we thinking here?
I mean, I'm still going with it's perfectly balanced. It's like it can be just like you said earlier. It can be your undoing, but it could also be what keeps people together and like what keeps you together too. So I see it as like it's a trade off because not everything is. There's always two sides to everything that's being said. So it's
For
just
sure,
perfectly
yeah.
balanced.
Perfectly balanced as all things should be. Next on the list, avocados. And I'm really passionate about this. Avocados are overrated. I'm
Yes.
sick and tired of the avocado trend. It's over. It's gone. I'm done with the avocado trend. Guacamole is good, I understand, but it is not so good that it needs to be put up on a shrine. And I'm sick and tired of everybody that goes on a diet putting like avocados on like toast with eggs. Like, I don't care anymore. I'm so over avocados. They're so overrated.
As the resident Latino in this group, I probably get hated by my community for agreeing in that it is overrated.
Thank you.
But I will say it is overrated.
They're treating it like it's the next best food dish, and I'm like, bro, it's just a vegetable. It's nothing crazy. Like,
And avocados are good. Don't get me wrong. I do enjoy. I don't eat like a ton of like just plain avocado, but like guacamole is very good, and avocado on things is good. Not gonna take that away from take that away from it, but I just think that like it as a collective, like anytime like avocado toast, like why would you eat avocado toast for breakfast? Like that's your breakfast? That doesn't feel like breakfast to me.
it's because
I
it's
don't know.
healthy.
It's healthy,
Yeah,
good for your heart.
exactly. It's good for
Avocados
the
are also
gains.
Avocados are also expensive.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they are.
I don't know. I'm not really on this avocado wave. Overrated.
Avocados
We all
from
agree.
Mexico.
100%.
All agree. Yeah. All right. Next one. New Year's Eve. Overrated, underrated, or perfectly rated?
Are we talking like the parade in New York and the show, or are we talking about just like the event in
Nice.
general?
We're talking about the night as a whole. Celebration
Okay.
of New Year's Eve.
I think it's perfectly rated. I think
Yeah.
it's always a fun time. I mean, I've been sick for a few years, and those suck. But where the ones where I'm not sick, like it's fun hanging out with friends. I would say perfectly rated.
Yeah, no, I'd say it's perfectly too, because I think,
Mhm.
yeah, we haven't spent New Year's together because that's winter break for all of us.
No, yeah,
Yeah, it's it'd be a fun time if we all spent New Year's together. Just like it doesn't make any sense because like we're all
we're
with
home.
our families. Yeah, it's like the 1 week, the one like 3 week period of time that we can all be home with our families, and then like
Yeah,
But so honestly, talking about being sick on New Year's, it was like 2 or 3 years ago. I was really sick for New Year's. Like I didn't even stay up to watch the ball drop, and like making it to midnight like is not even that challenging. Like it used to be as a kid, like oh man, like I'm gonna stay up to midnight. Like you start seeing 11 o'clock, and you're like, oh man, I'm seeing stars. Like I need to go to bed. I'm getting tired, but I'm gonna push through. Making midnight now is like no problem, but during that time, I was so sick. I like called it in early. It was the worst experience of my life. I was like so depressed that I could not like get to see the ball drop with my family and everything. But I was down bad.
It's honestly pretty
And now I
nice
think
until midnight.
I think that was the shut up. You're up till 5 in the morning every night, every day.
No.
That might have been like the COVID year. So like I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I had early onset COVID-19. It's what kept me
Patient
from my New
zero?
Year's celebration. Yeah, maybe it is. I think New Year's is underrated. Every time New Year's Eve happens, I kind of am like, damn, like I forgot how good that was. That was a fun time. I've never been to New York for New Year's Eve. I want to go once. I want to go out onto the street. I know it's a long day, and people are like, actually, I know people say going out to New York is overrated, but I want to do it once in my life, just once.
yeah. I think it's just one of those things that you just
Yeah.
gotta do.
If we were to do that, we'd have to probably like book a hotel room or something like months, probably like a year in advance, I'd say.
Well, that's a situation where almost you like take NJ Transit in the morning.
Well, here it's
And
the issue is getting back. Because you already
well,
know
yeah, but
those
you're not
trains
getting
can be packed.
yeah, but you're not getting back to like 4 in the morning. Like you're committing to
That's
a full
true.
24 hours awake at that point.
Yeah, that is
Um,
true.
Yeah, you don't need the hotel per se, or you just sleep in Central Park.
I would say I would not even think about ever driving into New York on New Year's.
No,
No,
Dude,
no.
imagine trying to get across the GW or or like one of the tunnels.
you'll be there for
Yeah,
2
just
weeks straight, bro.
yeah.
Oh my god.
No, you take NJ Transit in the morning and at 4 in the morning and get there at 6 a.m. and then camp out.
Yeah.
Full day celebration. All right, next one on the list: recording concerts with your iPhone.
Overrated. Why are you even at the concert if you just want to put it on your
Yeah.
phone?
Living, you just got like okay, take some videos, whatever, but not if you're taking a video for over 10% of your time at the concert, then you're just not doing it right. Because the whole
Yeah.
point is to let it soak in. You can watch a YouTube video of a concert or something, and of course, you want to get some memories, sure. But like I said, over 10% of the concert of your time at the concert, you're like spending that recording. No, like I went to Rolling Loud Music Fest in 2019 in New York City. That was so fun, but you honestly don't really have a choice. You can't really have your phone out because if you do, you're gonna lose it because those pits are wild.
Mhm.
So one of my friends did try that and he lost his phone. So
Yep.
Yeah, which is
I almost feel
it's
like
a lesson learned.
I feel like the pits almost force you to like enjoy the experience more because you're not on your phone. Because when
Yeah.
my girlfriend and I went to the Billie Eilish concert, um, tons of people just recording on their phones. And just like, man, just enjoy it. Like, again, you can see the concert somewhere. Like, I know there's full length concert recordings like on the internet, done by like professional companies too, not like someone just like took out their iPhone and recorded the whole thing. Like, people actually just documented the whole entire event like professionally. So I think I think recording concerts with an iPhone is something that almost everyone agrees is overrated. Yet somehow over 50% of the people at the concert do it. So I guess I
Like,
know people just like not to like lose the experience, but it's all on this. Like, you know, every time someone goes to a concert, like they got the Snapchat feed going, they got like 800 videos of them at the concert just
Yeah.
bouncing up and down.
Yeah,
So
no. You of course take like a few videos, sure, that's right. But if you're spending the whole concert recording, we just no.
yeah. All right, next on the list, bucket hats. Overrated, underrated, or properly rated?
I would say this day and age, they're properly rated.
yeah, I don't really see people going crazy about wearing bucket hats. Like, I don't see everyone on Pitt campus just wearing them, so I wouldn't say they're overrated.
I think they're underrated. I enjoy a good bucket hat. I
I do
recently
too, for sure.
I recently ordered a bucket hat and it was too small, so I had to resend it back. And I haven't gotten a new one yet, and I'm gonna go on vacation. I'm
No.
not gonna have it. I'm gonna be sad. But
Dude, what's Peter's girl ordered like 8 bucket hats.
what
Yeah,
kind of bucket hats?
blank one's she's gonna
Oh
gonna
yes, I
get
remember I remember talking about this. Yes, that's exciting. I have a bucket hat over there. I would get it right now, but I'd have to move off my headphones, and I was gonna mess with my hair. But I do enjoy a good bucket hat. So I think they're underrated. And the last one on our list, but then we're gonna segue into something else that Andres brought up before the pod, is having siblings. Is it overrated, properly rated, or underrated?
Underrated.
I would say underrated, honestly. Just
Yeah,
like,
it's underrated as well.
it just teaches you social skills without even just it's just you indirectly just get social skills because you're living with another person, and like there's just a difference between only childs and not to talk trash on only childs, but there's just a difference between people with siblings and only childs.
No, 100%. Like, I mean, at first when you were younger, you're probably like, man, they're so annoying. And then when you're
Yeah.
older, you're like, you appreciate them a lot more. So definitely underrated.
No, the little kid thing to do is like, be like, oh, I wish I was an only child. Like, they're taking all like my toys, or like they're hogging my attention, or like they're making things more difficult. Like, I had to share a room with my brother growing up. It's like, oh, like so much better if you like wasn't here. Like, I'd have the room to myself and could do whatever I want. You would never get on my nerves and whatnot. But like when you're older, you're like, man, like what would I have done? Or like how would I have developed it? Like, there's like the only child syndrome, they say. Like, you can pick out an only child in a crowd when you're talking to people. And so yeah, siblings definitely underrated for sure. And Andres, you were talking about it before we started the recording when I had brought up the segment, and you have some interesting opinions about Thanksgiving food being overrated.
Yeah, I do think Thanksgiving food is overrated.
And Raj, the Stark.
The thing is, like, are you eating Thanksgiving food every day? That's the thing. It's like, it's a once in a year thing. I wouldn't really say it's overrated.
That's true. I mean,
This is what my rebuttal to Andres was earlier.
What? Oh, no, it's like a once in a year thing.
Which is fair. That's fair.
I was like, it's well known that people don't enjoy Thanksgiving food often outside of
Thanksgiving.
It's like sometimes like if we have like my grandmother like the grocery store near us always like gives like a free turkey away if you're like a rewards member or something.
Mm-hmm.
So like my grandmother might like get one for our family, but then we also get one, so we have 2 turkeys. So then sometimes we'll host like a Thanksgiving dinner in like the summer where we'll just like make Thanksgiving food with like whole turkey we have for like my family of like 12 or whatever, and then like eat that. But I was like, generally you're not really like consuming like a whole turkey, a whole like roasted turkey with like mashed potatoes, stuffing, and all that stuff often. So I'm like, I think Thanksgiving is an underrated holiday. So I'm going to say that Thanksgiving food is also underrated for the purpose of the one event of the year.
No,
that's
I feel that.
take. But when I was saying the food itself, like I'm talking about the food itself.
What
being,
food do you have an issue
like,
with?
Well, no, it's not that I don't like it. It's just like
Oh, hold on, sorry.
stuffing.
Let's
Like
cut you off real quick. Thanksgiving dessert is by far the best dessert of any holiday. Apple pie and pumpkin pie is a lock every single
Yes.
Thanksgiving, and they're
absolutely,
fabulous.
absolutely. No, I agree with that. I pumpkin. Those are my two favorite pies. Like
Yeah, yeah. On lock.
for sure.
So
Go
what
check
else?
out. Go check out our dessert tier list if you haven't already.
Another shameless plug. Okay, yeah. Wait. So, what other Thanksgiving foods do you think? Like, what do you think that's overrated about Thanksgiving foods?
Cranberry sauce is super overrated. I'll just say that.
I admit
I'm
that.
not a cranberry sauce guy. That's also
It's like-
for me.
That's
When I
old
was-
people food.
When I was younger, I was like, "Oh wow, it's sugar. It's so good." Now I'm just like,
It's in a can and it like
Yeah.
comes out and it's just like
yeah.
gelatinous and it's just it's not good. It doesn't look appetizing. It isn't appetizing. I don't know who thought like having cranberry sauce was like a good. I know some people like home make cranberry sauce and like I can understand that a little bit more, but like canned cranberry sauce is not it.
You know, actually, now that I think about it, it's more so just like stuffing and cranberry sauce. Like I love mashed potatoes, turkey.
You don't like stuffing?
No, not that I don't like stuffing. I think stuffing's overrated. Cranberry sauce.
Oh,
don't
I
like,
mess with
but
stuffing.
I think stuffing's a little overrated. That's what I think. Like Thanksgiving food as a whole, you know, I will amend that to being rated perfectly. But stuffing, I think, is a little overrated.
there we go, gaslighting him into changing his opinion.
Mashed
No,
potatoes
like,
are
I know.
overrated.
I'm playing with you.
You
Mashed
brought up a
potatoes
good.
are overrated.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't get behind that one.
No.
I'm not a big potato person. Like
Oh,
mashed potatoes to me just are like they're not bad. Don't like I every time I tell people I don't really like enjoy potatoes that much. It's not that I dislike them, but it's like why would I? Raj, don't make me do it. Sorry, Raj just got muted. Anyway, my issue with potatoes is they're very bland a lot of the time. So like mashed potatoes can be very bland. So I just feel like I'm just like eating starch, and I don't really need to just eat starch. I'd rather eat more stuffing.
that's why there's gravy.
We also there's something called seasoning. You
Well, I
can
agree, I
season
just-
your potatoes.
Oh no, I also don't really mess with gravy. I just don't really need gravy on my stuff.
That's
Yeah, I
like
don't put
something. Okay, that's the thing. If I'm having mashed potatoes, gravy's a lot.
Yes, you need gravy with it, but
Well,
you
that's the
also
thing, I
need
don't
to
really-
season
I
your
don't-
mashed potatoes.
Well, I don't really use gravy.
Even so,
Well,
you can still.
What about like
season-
putting cheese on it or something like that?
Yeah.
Like,
Cheese.
you know,
I'm lactose
Yeah.
intolerant.
So
just
deal
like I
with
said,
it.
grow up.
Just drink milk, bro.
It's not that hard.
It's not that hard.
Dude,
Being
lactose
lactose intolerant
It's
isn't
a
hard.
choice. It's a choice.
That's the title of the pod. Lactose intolerance is a choice.
There we go.
No, so I'm just not a big fan of mashed potatoes. So I know you could be sitting here, listeners, and being like, Justin, you think cranberry sauce is overrated, mashed potatoes are overrated. I can't believe you think that Thanksgiving food is underrated, but listen, I just do. I think it is. I don't think people appreciate enough Thanksgiving because this is my reasoning. I've explained this to some people before, right? I think pound for pound, Thanksgiving is the best holiday because you can't compare. I know people are like Christmas is the best holiday. You can't compare Christmas to Thanksgiving. Like the amount of money that is spent on Christmas versus Thanksgiving is astronomical. So I think if you like even the playing field, if you normalize the data across the board, I enjoy Thanksgiving more for the simplicity of it than Christmas if I like dumb down Christmas a lot. So I don't know if that makes
Including
sense.
Black Friday with Thanksgiving.
I don't.
That
I'm
changes things. Okay. Because I would say
But I
I
just,
feel
like-
like more money spent during Black Friday because that's when people do their holiday shopping because the discounts on Black
Yeah,
Friday
but-
are significantly better.
not. But that's not part of like you enjoying the holiday per se. I'm just saying like Christmas. Like obviously Christmas is gonna be like a better holiday for like one of the goated holiday. Like I think Christmas is the best holiday because like you're getting gifts, you're giving gifts as well, and usually it's Christmas Eve and Christmas Day celebration. So a lot of money is spent collectively into that. So like of course you're gonna enjoy it. But like Thanksgiving is really just like the only thing you spend money on most of the time, unless other people do Thanksgiving differently, is just dinner. So I really just enjoy Thanksgiving for like the simplicity of like you're just around your family, you're having a big dinner, good desserts, and you just like are being thankful for people versus like dropping a bunch of money. Andres, you're smirking over there.
Now, here's a
Because
counterpoint.
I have a hot take. I have a hot take.
A hot take alert. Hot take alert.
Yes. So my Christmas dinners are a little different being from a Hispanic household. So I will say I'm taking Christmas dinner over Thanksgiving dinner.
I think I'm taking Christmas dinner over Thanksgiving dinner too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, I don't have a choice.
Yeah. That's fair. No, I think I'll
Yeah.
take Christmas dinner over because I think usually we cook something that's more enjoyable than just like turkey.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
so I'll take Christmas dinner over. I just think there's so much money poured into Christmas that it's hard to like compare Christmas holiday to other holidays.
Now, here's a
Christmas
counterpoint.
is number one for me.
As a society, are we at the point where Black Friday is an integral part of Thanksgiving now? Because think about it. Whenever someone talks about Thanksgiving, the second thought into most people's heads are either the food or, oh my god, the savings on the deals I can get on stuff.
I have
They're kind of
personally,
meshing nowadays. Yeah.
personally, I've never like engaged in much Black Friday shopping. Like, I don't really take advantage of like sales that are going on online. Like, I look at them and stuff, but I don't really engage in that. And I've never gone like Black Friday shopping in person. So
It's an experience. It's so much fun.
I think I would love to do it when I have like more money.
Yeah, no, of course. It's like, I mean, whenever I was buying stuff, it's like I'm buying either clothes that I think are good, or I'm buying something for my Xbox. That's about it. Like,
Always
I'm
the
not,
Xbox.
I'm not making any big purchases. I'm just getting like maybe a new game or like something like that. I
For
mean,
sure.
or just buy a new Xbox and drive 40 minutes from Hamilton to Cherry Hill and wait in line and miss like the first hour and a half of your family's Thanksgiving dinner just because you wanted to buy the Xbox.
Yeah. That's so Raj.
Oh well, I'm happy I have it now.
Yeah, I should go Black Friday shopping sometime.
Honestly,
But-
the online shopping, not even like all the Black Friday deals are also online too now.
Yeah.
Like,
But it's just like, I don't know. I just feel like if I buy like one thing on a deal, it's like, it doesn't really feel like I should have just bought that. It's like more like I need to either like binge shop or I need to not shop at all. And I don't have the money to binge shop.
it just depends on honestly what you wanted to get. Like, say like you're
Like-
looking at like new clothes for like, you know, like running or the gym or something, then you can easily go on like online or like any store even.
Raj, you just brought, like my running clothes are so disgusting. Like I have not gotten like a new running clothes in like so long. Like they're like I feel like
Maybe
they've gotten to the point.
Go treat yourself. Go get some new running clothes.
I don't want to spend money. Like, they gotten to the point where like you wash them and you're just kind of like they don't smell bad, but you're just like they're just not like
You know what they've gone through.
Yeah.
you're like just they're just not as good as they once were.
See, I'm not saying to go out and buy like $60 Nike shorts. You can like literally like I bought these new pair of shorts from this site. I think Andres knows the one my gym shirts are from and everything.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I got
Use code
this-
WASH20 at buckedup.com.
not bucked up. They don't.
I know, but-
yeah, yes,
But like since we're talking about the gym,
yes, but no, I got these shorts. It's some like UK company. I don't even know how to pronounce the name. It's like Boohooman or Boomin or whatever, something like that. I got these like shorts with like it's like the 2-in-1 with the liner on the inside or the mesh, not the mesh, but like that
Yeah.
inside liner. I think I got 2 of them for like maybe like 18,
yeah.
something like that. And then I think I paid like $3 extra for faster shipping, and they came in 2 days.
Yeah. Peter and I were talking about Chubbies, the swimsuit brand,
Chubbies
during
are
the
good.
4th of July party. And literally the next day they were on a sale, and I was like inches away from buying pairs of Chubbies. But partly because I was going on vacation. I'm going on vacation soon. So I was like, okay. But I was like, if they don't get here in time, I'm going to feel real stupid because then I'm not going to use them for like almost a whole nother calendar year. Because after I go on vacation, I really don't think I'll be using my swimsuit much besides more slip and slides. That are going to happen every Saturday night at the house. Just slip and slides all the time. But so yeah, I decided not to pull the trigger. But I think if we're done with our underrated segment, we're going to segue in to my experience because, ladies and gentlemen, peoples of the podcast, I have finished watching Glee. And you may be asking, if you follow around the podcast, you might be like, Justin, you might be like, Justin, you were talking about this 4 episodes ago. I have successfully watched 122 episodes of Glee, I think in 25 days, which averages out to be approximately 5 episodes a day. I was also taking a 6-week biochemistry course, and I missed out on 2 whole days when I was back at home not listening. So if you take that out, really it was like 6 episodes a day. And I've put in massive work to finish this on time. It has been chaotic. Like even this last week, like I think I've been watching like 7 episodes a day. I just been like on the grind because I have mastered the art of binging TV shows. So
Nah, I think the next step is to start watching everything in 1.5 speed like I do.
No, that's cheating.
No.
And I'm pretty proud of myself because I retain like I know if I'm not paying attention to it when I'm watching, I'll pause it because I don't want to miss something. Like if I'm doing like so, for example, there's different levels to TV shows. Raj, you're such a goon.
That was an accident.
There's different levels of TV shows, right? When I'm watching a Marvel show, I'm trying to like really pay attention. So, like that's the show that I'm usually like locked in, like when I'm watching. I don't even know. It's pretty late right now, so I don't know if I'll watch the Miss Marvel episode that dropped today.
Mid.
Because I don't know if I'll have like the energy to pay attention. I still might, even though I have to be up early.
It's mid. You're not missing anything.
But like Glee, I could like get away with more like if I'm doing the dishes, also like watching it. But I know if I'm like not committing the focus to it, I'll like pause it and go on. But I just like with the Glee investment, just every single minute I wasn't doing something that required my full attention, I was watching Glee. So if I was doing some math for my job, like some calculations I needed for my job, it was on. If I was waiting for an experiment to run, it was on. If I'm eating dinner and I'm not eating with my roommate, like it's on. If I was like making dinner, it's on. Before I go to bed, it's like on. So like I have grinded out the TV show, and it's a little bit sad because you invest so many hours a day into one thing, and now you're like now it's gone. And so yeah, it's over. But the problem was I started at the last episode of season 1 because I had already watched some of season 1 a couple years ago, and then I watched all the way through to season 6. Right, I finished the whole show. Great, put a bow on it. But then I was like, ooh, but I don't really remember season 1 that much. So then I went back and watched all of season 1. So that was good. So yes, I've concluded my Glee watching experience. I am now open to suggestions about what I will watch next. I have some front runners currently, but I could be swayed otherwise. Jacob would be sitting here telling me to watch Game of Thrones, but I don't think that's what I'm going to watch next.
Stranger Things. I just ended up finishing yesterday.
My girlfriend just talked to me about Stranger Things. I don't know.
It's just one of those shows for the culture, and it's not that much of a grind to watch. You could fly through it.
So yeah, I just don't know. I just don't know what's going to be next, but we'll have to see. I've been wanting to rewatch Designated Survivor. I don't know if anyone's seen that. Very good show. But I just don't know if I'll get there. So
Did you watch
we'll
the third
see.
season that came out on Netflix?
Yeah, but that came out a while ago, didn't it?
Yeah, no, it was a while ago. I kind of hate how they just ended it right there because they lost funding.
Yeah, it's tough. I think with any TV show, it gets tough when like they lose fundings. And like in Glee, spoiler alert for Glee, like 10 years old at this point. One of the main characters, like the actual actor, dies in real life. Ooh, we're getting some echo here. But one of the actors dies in real life, so they have to like work around the script. And then like this last season kind of ends abruptly a little bit. Like you tell they're like kind of speeding it up, and it's just sad when shows do that because like you really want to see what would happen if like the director had their full entire like cut of the movie or TV show and they just ran with it and like nothing interfered with it like in terms of contract negotiations and stuff. But yeah, I just why are you giving me a thumbs up, or Raj, why are you giving me a thumbs up?
You said spoilers, so I took off my headset.
Oh yeah, because you didn't. You want? Yeah, no. One of the main characters dies in real life. Very sad, but it just.
Okay.
I didn't say which one. But no. So it's just like.
Is it
it's
the one
kinda
that sings?
Yeah, it's one of the ones that sings.
Good.
But no, there's always stories about like TV shows that like got like they didn't have the funding or wasn't getting the views, and you just kind of want to see like what the director would have done had like they had what they could have concluded the show how they wanted to. Um, Even like with movies like Iron Man, you are like, oh, the director wanted like 2 more months to write the script, 2 more years to write the script and like flesh it out, and they were forced to go faster by the studio, which is why the movie isn't good. And you're just like, dang, I really wish I could have seen like what it was going to be if they had more time to do it. So an unfortunate part of that. But for everyone listening, if you have not watched Glee and you're kind of interested, I'd recommend it. It's a really good feel-good TV show. It's also really funny. People don't give it enough credit, but they have insensitive humor in it. It's kind of funny sometimes. Raj would enjoy the insensitive humor.
Probably.
It was like 2012 to 2014. It was a good time where I was running, so like it's just like different time. But yeah, good watch. What is everyone else watching?
What am I watching now? I actually haven't watched a show recently. Besides finishing Breaking Bad, I haven't really started anything. And yes, I was gonna start Stranger Things, and I completely forgot it existed. I know, crazy, right? It's never gonna happen again. Just saying that now.
Sir, you're behind like
still
3
happened, though.
episodes on Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Stranger Things, that was the show I've been watching and just finished that yesterday. So now I guess Miss Marvel, time to catch up.
Yep. What's interesting about shows when they come out weekly is like there is the point of like you need to catch up, but like if you really tried, you could catch up by like tomorrow morning, and it would just be like you'd just be all caught up. So like when you have like a whole catalog of shows that are seasons long, it's easy just to like get all like if I start the Game of Thrones commitment, it's gonna take me months to get through because Game of Thrones is like over an hour per episode. So maybe I should get into that. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard. Like you just ended a long relationship with Glee. You just ended a month-long relationship with Glee. You invested 8 hours a day into the relationship, and then now you need to move on and find a new mate. So let me know who Justin should be dating next down in the comment section below. I will be taking suggestions. I don't know how long I'll be able to go without a TV show though.
Maybe if I stop playing Destiny so much, I'd actually get into a new show. It's a real eye opener, but
stranglehold over you.
I'm still gonna be playing later.
Well, almost like when my summer class, when our biochem class ended, I realized how much more time I had to commit to TV because, like, for people like I don't know if I talked about it on the podcast before. I work a job in research, and a lot of research is like you might be running an experiment, but there's breaks in between the experiment. So you're immersing some kind of thing in a liquid for an hour, but there's not always something to do within that hour break. Like there's only so much work there is available to do. So like you might have an hour where you're kind of not doing much. So like that's when I can like watch shows and stuff. So like I've watched a lot of shows doing that kind of stuff, and it's just wild how much time I've had after the summer class to grind shows. 'Cause I was probably watching like 2 to 3 Glee episodes a day towards the end of the class. I've only been watching it for about a month, and then just after the class ended, I think I watched like 9 episodes on Tuesday, which is yesterday. It was really bad. I feel like I can't even like remember some of the episodes that well because I just like I was running through it so fast, but not on 1.5 times speed because that's cheating.
I don't care.
Like
whatever's the most efficient, I don't care. I'm getting it done.
For all the shows you watch like that, when you say you finish that show, there's an asterisk next to that.
I don't care.
It's Mickey Mouse.
I don't care. Whatever. I don't care. You can say whatever you want. I still got the gist of the show and the plot and the emotions all in one thing. Just a little faster.
You didn't do it with AOT, did you?
Hell no.
Okay, good.
I couldn't.
You better have had to draw the line.
Dude, they're 20-minute epides. Breaking Bad episodes are like an hour long.
Watching Avatar: The Last Airbender on 2 times speed. The 23-minute episodes just get condensed down into
my boomerang.
That'd actually be really funny. I should do it sometime.
Yep.
Idea. Speaking of AOT, like this won't happen for a while, but jot it down in your calendars. Me and Raj will have a extra cycle on season 4, part 3's finale.
We need to do more extra cycles.
We could bring in a special guest who also watches AOT that day.
Yeah. I think it spice it up.
Some more fan
Sounds like a-
engagement.
Sounds like a plan.
Since Jacob keeps saying his friend's gonna be the first guest star on the podcast, here we are. It's we started this in January, late
If
December.
you are listening to the pod, we only have so many people who listen to the pod. So if you are listening to the pod, you're kind of a real one, especially an hour and 4 minutes into this episode. So if you are interested in becoming on the pod, send us a message, let us know. I do think we would be interested in bringing fans on, coming on pretty soon. So, but you gotta let us know though. You gotta be listening to the pod, not just gonna reach out to people. So you gotta reach out to us, state that you're interested in coming on the pod, and maybe give us something you want to talk about. You got an opinion on.
No
give us something
DMs,
that-
please. Our business email is in the link tree. Thank you.
It is in the link tree. You could DM us, but we do prefer emails.
100%. The thing with DMs is all 5 of us will respond to you at the same time.
We do. You do it. Yeah, it does get a little chaotic, but it's part of the fun of the Washed Athlete podcast. But yeah, if you're interested in coming on for the podcast, you gotta listen to the episode first. You gotta be committed, and then let us know if you have something you want to talk about specifically, because that makes our life a little bit easier. It's not like a lot of professional athletes are listening to the podcast or anything where we can really tailor interview questions. We can interview the hell out of you if you
Kenny
want.
Pickett, if you're listening, please come on the show. Andrew Wiggins, same to you. I've been sending you a DM. I've been lacking though. I sent you a DM for 2 days in a row and then forgot.
I tagged him in our reel, so really his people should know.
People should know. Let's just check the DMs right now. Let's see.
I don't think it's gonna work.
I thought that said seen last week. It said sent.
Oh man, so close, guys. We almost had Andrew Wiggins on the pod.
Rats.
Almost.
One day.
We'll get there. Boys, do we have anything else we want to talk about today on the pod? We might be wrapping up a little up early, but I think we've covered a lot of what we were aiming to talk about.
Really early?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, usually, I know, episodes are between an hour and a half, so.
I just want
Well, sure.
to give a shout out to whoever's listening right now and want them to know that we appreciate them and love them very much.
Yes, sir. We do appreciate and love everyone who watches our episodes, which may not be a lot of people, but we do appreciate you. Make sure you comment, subscribe, drop a comment, let us know about some of the opinions that we say here. Give us your over underrated. If you're interested in being on the podcast as a guest, send us an email. Let us know something that you would want to talk about on the pod, and we'll try to get you on sometime. So anyway, use codes WASH20 at buckedup.com. Drop a like, comment, subscribe, share around, and we will see you next time on the Washed Athlete Podcast.
Go Bengals, go Kenny Pickett. I hate the Steelers and Jacob.